Hey guys, how are you? I hope you're doing well. Today I just want to talk something about accepting your difference. The scripture in the book of Deuteronomy 7 6, when God spoke to the children of Israel, He told them, "For you are a peculiar people, you are a unique people." And in living in an environment whereby we are bombarded with all manner of things to make us look like everybody else, it is very easy for you to be lost in people in the cloud, for you're afraid of standing out. But I want you to know that the children of Israel had trouble standing out. The cost of standing out was too high. The cost of being different was too high. And because of that, they kind of lost the edge. And if you read down the scriptures, you realize that God told them, you know what, guys, I'll send you back to the nations. I'll send you back to worship those gods that you've desired, because they could not be able to handle their difference. You know, one of the things that which I don't like, be it in Christian church, be it in families, be it all over, is the notion that we are supposed to be the same. We were not created to be the same. We were created to carry a prophetic edge, a certain edge in life, that which is going to, in the long term, is going to give you a beginning. It's going to give you a high place. It's going to give you simply an edge in everything you do. If we are all the same, then something is wrong. If we are all the same, then there is something that is terribly wrong. I hear people saying, you know what, we need to have the unity of the church. And you can hear behind the scene, behind their mind, the kind of unity they are looking for is sameness. But that kind of unity does not exist, because if you read scriptures, the book of Ephesians 4, for He gives some to be apostles, some to be prophets, some to be teachers. God is a God of diversity. And diversity means I am different. And my difference is not something that I throw to your face. It is something that which I am blessed about me, so that I can be able to be effective for you and for others. Anytime as a human being you do not find your difference, then it is very, very hard for you to be able to go beyond that which is normal, that which is common. There is a word that which is very, very key, called DISC, DISC. And DISC represents four things. Number one, we have the D representing domineers. We have the I in representing domineers are just 3% in the whole population of over 8 billion. We have what we call influencers, which are 11%, which are 17%, and you can see them. They are very effective influencers. Then we have what we call steady, which are just simply they are 69%. And then finally we have what we call the compliance that are 11%. Now, imagine we are all domineers who would kill each other. Imagine we are all influencers. Who is going to influence who? Meaning that your difference is an edge, is a cutting edge of life. Without celebrating your difference, then your greatness is curtailed. Who you are becomes a shadow. Who you're gonna be becomes simply a mash becomes something that you're mashed into everything, and you become nothing. Listen, you were created to create a mark on earth. You're called to make a difference. It doesn't matter, you're called to make a difference. There are people out there who took a step of faith, who risked to do some crazy things, They stepped out of the crowd, they stepped out of everything. And by the way, anytime you begin to walk in your difference, the crowd will always be screaming, it can be done. Anytime you're about to rise to something that which is extraordinary, the ordinary will always fight back, because the ordinary doesn't believe the capability you carry to be extraordinary and to do that which is extraordinary. And I want to challenge you. If as a woman, there are many women on earth, but you have an edge. As a man, there are many guys on earth, but you have an edge. Find that edge. find that difference, celebrate that difference, build everything around that difference, because your value is only as good as the difference you embrace. Listen to this. There are three questions that you have to ask yourself in life. Question number one: who am I? Because the minute you find your identity, then you will know your difference. Number two: where am I going? I mean, where am I going? Because you need to find yourself, because not every difference can fit everywhere. I'm not a games person. I struggle to go to the gym. I'm not a games person, but I struggle. But there's some guys that are enthusiastic of gyms, football. They love those kind of stuff. I'm not those kind of things. I can try to, but I'm not. I don't have an edge there. There's some other guys that which have an edge is being innovators. That is good. But let me sit and think. Leave me to strategize. I will make something happen. One of the things that I did in ministry, because in ministry there's a lot of pressure, is to begin to sit down and ask myself exactly what am I supposed to do, because there are millions of preachers on earth. There are millions of apostles and prophets, all those kind of people. I mean, they are there, but what the heck am I doing? And I remember there's something that I told God: if you're gonna call me to be like everybody else, I don't want it, because what is the use? What is the use of repeating, recycling? What is the use? And it's amazing that for me now, from where I sit now, I would not say I'm a very educated person in the context of the normal education system. But one thing I know, I'm not stupid, and I learned that my brain works in a particular way. Now, I am a teacher of the word. I am a man of prayer. And I don't pray like everybody else. I will not be under pressure. If somebody is doing 40 days fasting, I will not be under pressure to do that 40 days fasting. That's not my edge. Believe you me, yes, I've done 40, but I would not be able to go on a dry 40. It's not possible, or with just drinks. I mean, I have to take a bite. Please forgive me. That's my edge. I will not try to. I am very poor copying other people's revelation. Believe you me, you will never hear me preach another person's message. Maybe I can quote, but rarely. Because I discovered my edge. I'm a man of revelation. I discovered my edge. I am not there to make everybody comfortable, but I'm there to be happy in my place. And I discovered my path is not other people's path. Did you know one of the biggest mistake I ever did in my life? One of the biggest, most stupid thing I ever did is to try to compare myself with others. I made mistakes in church because of trying to run the church like everybody else. But the minute I stopped worrying about that, I discovered that one of the things about James is that, you know what? I'm a mentor. I raise people. That is I can preach on the pulpit. It's okay. I can do all this, but I am good when I am mentoring and raising people. And trust me, I am very comfortable with that. Even if I don't have a church and I've mentored somebody, I've raised somebody, I am so, so happy. I challenge you and ask you a question. What's your edge? Did you know you can never be profitable in a satisfactory way in an area whereby you have not embraced your edge? Because your edge is what creates relevance on earth. So the question is, who am I? Who am I? Then there is that question you need to ask yourself: where am I going? And so, when am I going? We said, who am I? Where am I going? Because direction is very important. When am I going? Time frames. One of the things that I discovered and I learned, and sometimes I like sharing with you my own experiences, is when I discovered that I could be very impatient. Yes, I knew who I was, I knew where I'm going, but then I thought I'm in control of time. But I've discovered that God doesn't work like that. So one of the hardest thing for me, one of the toughest thing for me was and has always been patience. In the last few years, probably the last 5 years, God has really worked that on me. I have not lost sight of where I'm going, but I am not in a hurry to go, because I have this confidence that right now probably I'm reaching 20, 30, 40 people, 100 people. But one day I may have, as I continue celebrating and sharpening my edge, I will stand a place whereby I can be able to touch 1 million people at a go. But that time will come. So when are you going? Understand your times, understand your days, understand your seasons. Because if you understand them, then what happens is that it becomes a bit easier for you to be patient. There's too much pressure out there, whereby you meet girls you're in school with, they have 2 kids, they have a home, and you can just rush and just go, you get yourself married and hard. If he's a guy, you find that everybody in his circle is married, is having a home, is doing everything, and you just begin to do some crazy things, not realizing that we never came at the same time. I was born some 47 years ago. There are many children all over Earth that were born at that very moment. But trust me, we're in different time frames, different spheres, different hour. Because if I am alive in a different time from yours, then please don't expect me to fulfill matters as you fulfill. So I'm not under pressure, and you should never be under pressure. Because listen to this. When you learn your difference, then you begin to develop personal self-improvement. You improve you. There are too many people correcting everybody, but not working on themselves. And the reason is because we are so happy when you see other people feeling like we criticize other people because we feel like they are worse than us. But I challenge you today, child of God, I challenge you who is listening to me. Stop correcting everybody. It's not in your place. It's not your place to just fix everybody. Sit, take time, know you, know you, know you, know you. And the minute you walk with the knowledge of you, you will not try to fix everybody, because guess what? You'll come to a place of accepting everybody comes from a particular place, number one. And the only thing you can do is not to correct, but to improve who they are. I want you to hear me. I find it a little bit, in a way, nauseating when I find people who are so critical of everything, because it means that they will never go anywhere. But it is amazing when you find people who can be able to sit with you. They are not insecure, right? They are not afraid. So they'll be able to sit with you, hear you, and then instead of hammering you down, look at you and say, you know what? Why don't you improve on this area? Yes, I've still corrected you, but not in a nauseated way. Because I have corrected you in a way affirming what you've already worked on. Insecure people will never ever celebrate that you've been working on something. They'll be trying to come and just bring themselves, pour themselves into your life without even caring that for a few years you've been working on yourself. I want to challenge you. Know your difference. Know what you carry. Yes, you're a mother. To what? Just having children is not the big issue. What are you pouring in wisdom, in understanding on the kids? Yes, you're a father. What are you pouring into those kids? Are you pouring the future? Are you teaching them to be able to stand in a chaotic world? Are you teaching them to develop their edge? Are you encouraging them to be greater than they are? Yes, you're a pastor. It's good to preach to people to come to heaven, go right to Jesus. I mean, it's beautiful. That's a message. But guess what? That is not the only thing. They are here on earth. The minute they give their life to Christ, then they are here on earth. Probably 3, 40, 50 years. So what are they presenting on the table? The only thing that which you can present that can make a difference, that will make a difference, is the difference you carry, because that is the edge that which you're anointed to carry. I challenge you today that by the grace of our Lord Jesus Christ, may you be in such a position whereby now you look at yourself and say that I am different. And my difference is not a curse. It is not a disability. It is something to work on. It is somebody to profit from. It is something to just make a difference through. People who celebrate their difference, they make a difference. People who bury their difference, they are completely useless on earth. They should not be breathing even oxygen. Celebrate your difference. Is it singing? Sing. Is it acting? Act. Is it loving people? Love. Is it creating wealth? Create. You cannot be greater than that edge that you develop. And as you learn to develop it, I believe you me, you will enjoy, you'll have a life of peace, you'll be happy, you not compete with anybody, you'll be in your own space and make a difference in your own space. And that, my friend, is living. God bless you.